Hey there. Still pretty early on. I don't know who all is going to be joining, but it's me again from Roller Derby Athletics, Johnny Knoxum. I'm coming to you again from my little room in my little home. I'll make sure that the sound is just right so that you can still hear some of the music, but also hear me. We will get to stretching in just a moment. Again, I don't know who all is going to join, but we'll kind of do our own thing here. Also, excuse any outdoor sound. There's some construction going on next door. We'll deal with that though. I will. Let me go ahead and while we're still waiting for people. I know this is already recording, so I'm going to pin my screen. I may not even have to do anything yet if no one is here, but give me just a moment. I'm going to try and repeat a few things for people to remember, such as because this is being recorded right now and will be uploaded to YouTube if you don't want to be seen or heard. Please, as you filter in, hide your screen or cover up your name or whatever it is that you're comfortable with, and please do mute yourself. We'll get started in about 4 minutes. Again, I may kind of go between stretching and to the screen if and when more people come so that I can pin my screen, make any adjustments. But again, in this time, while we're getting started, before we go into our stretch and our little warm-up, anything that we do here today is all through the Roller Derby Athletics. Sorry, I'm really washed out. It's all through the Roller Derby Athletics program. So if you're interested in checking out like individual plans through that, please check out rollerderbyathletics.com. We're more than happy to be working with you and any individual skaters. All right. So like I said, I'm going to probably go from my standing spot back there to here, just in case, excuse me, just in case I need to pin my screen or make any changes. And I'll go through my announcements again. It's almost that time, so I'm going to go ahead and get on my feet and start warming up and stretching. So if you've joined me before, oh, hello, right as I get up. All right. All right, we're recording. Let me pin myself. Okay, cool. All right, perfect. Welcome. All right, so yes, we're gonna go right into our warm-up and our stretch and all that good stuff. All right, as everybody comes in, I'll try and keep an eye on the chat. I'll try and keep an eye on who all comes in. But again, we're gonna get started for real this time. I'll repeat myself. I'm Johnny with Roller Derby Athletics. This is going to be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. So if you don't want to be seen, cover your screen and please do mute yourself. I should be pinned. If there are any issues, if you have any questions, can't see anything correctly, can't hear anything correctly, I'll try and keep my eye on the chat as we go. Otherwise, we're going to dive right into it. I'm going to turn the music down just a tad. All right. And again, I'm coming to you from my small house, my small bedroom, because it's really cold outside, which is why I'm bundled up. Hopefully y'all are staying warm on this winter day. This is great because it'll show you that we can do a lot in just a small space, that you don't need very much equipment, if any at all, to do what we're going to do. So today we're going to try and hit total body. If we have time, we'll get some extra rounds in, but I won't leave you hanging. We'll talk about that as we go. So for now, let's stretch it out. Let's get everything nice and loose. I always like to start with the head and the neck because that's where we carry the most of our tension throughout the day. So just kind of loosen that neck, tip it from side to side. I like to do about 8 to 10 or 10 to 12 reps. Kind of depends on how crunchy you are, as I call it. Just repeat this movement until it feels nice and loose. You'll kind of feel that tension release. Now let's flip forward and back. All right, continue to do that. Sorry, I had to double check something as we're warming up. All right, let me know if you can or cannot hear me. All right, cool. So forward and back and forward and back. All right, now let's rotate the torso a little bit. Again, typically for any reps, they're very casual when we're warming up and loosening up. I like to do about 8 to 12 So same for this. We carry a lot of our tension here throughout the day. So just twist it out until it feels nice and loose. And then let's go into our shoulders. I'm going to rotate them back first for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's take it forward now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now something a little bit different. We're going to do some butt kicks or some booty kicks. This way we're kind of loosening up the legs in general, but specifically the quads. So I just like to do 12 alternating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, and take one of those legs, bring it up, bring that heel as close to the glute as you can. Really feel that pull on the quad there. Typically, this is more of a static stretch that I like to do towards the end, but if you have really tight legs, really tight thighs, you want to make sure they're loose before we do any leg work. So I like to throw this in with our warm-up / dynamic stretching. All right, let's move on to that other leg there. Bring it up. Again, heel or foot as close to the booty as you can get it. Really keep those hips squared up, kind of balance, and feel the pull right here in the quads. All right. Go ahead and release that. Let's do some really quick hip openers on each side to further loosen our legs. Let's just do 8 on each side really quick so we can jump into it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, all right. If you need to stretch out anything else really quick, go for it. I'm checking on everybody right there. Okay, we're good. So, like I said, we have quite a few things that we're getting into today. We're going to start with somewhat of a lower body warm-up. Now, this will be challenging in itself, especially when you squeeze the muscles and really take the time to pause. So this is from one of our seasonal winter challenges that we do with roller derby athletics. Hi there, welcome. So we're going to do 3 rounds of this, and it's actually going to be, let's see, we got 5 movements. Between each of these rounds, there's going to be a little 1-minute rest. So it's going to have split squats, side lunges, good mornings, regular squats, and hip bridges. Now, all of these, except for one, I believe, will be on your feet, but I'll walk you through these as we go. This first round, I'll talk through it more, and then after that, it'll be more fluid. We'll just go for it. So this is our lower body kind of dynamic warm-up starter. We're going to start with split squats. We're going to do 10 on each side, or 10 on each leg. So this is kind of like jumping split squats or lunge jumps or whatever you want to call them. We call them lunge jumps. But for this, you're staying static and you're in place. So you really want a nice long stride here. You don't want those knees to cave in. You want your hips squared up. So I'll face forward this time. I got a nice, I got a nice long stride here. And we're just going to lower down for 10. So let's go ahead and start on this side. We got 1, 2, squeeze, 3, squeeze at the top, 4, 5, 6, 7, good, 8, 9, and 10, and up, squeeze at the top. That way we're feeling it in the glutes and in the hamstrings. Now I'm going to do my other side facing forward, and I'm going to show you my side view here so you can see what it looks like from another angle. So we're switching the legs. We got 10 on deck. Let's get ready and begin. 1, 2, 3, 90-degree angles, 4, in those knees, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and squeeze. All right, release that. And that's it. We're doing 10 on each side of the split squats. All right, shake it out if you need to. We're just beginning. Next, we have side lunges. So we're also going to do 10 in each direction. Now, if you've joined me before, we've done these, but this is where we're going to step out and sit back. Let me give you a little side view because you don't want to lean forward. You want to actually sit back into it, right? Hinge those hips behind you. So we're going to do 10 in each direction. So pick a side. I'm going to go to my right. We're going to go 10 here. All right, and I'll count it out. Try and stick with me. Here we go. Here's 1, 2, 3, really feel that squeeze when you go down. 4, 5, good job, y'all. 6, 7, 8, good. 9, and 10. All right. Now give yourself some room. Like if you're like me, you don't have a lot of space on the other side, give yourself some room because we're going to go in the other direction now. All right, get ready for it. 10 the other way. Let's go. Step out. Here's 1, 2, 3. I'm really sitting back into it. 4. I don't want my knees to come over my toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good job. So with that, very similar and applicable to your skate stride, but it was also good for lateral mobility and just loosening up the tightness that we carry right here in the hips. All right, next we have good mornings. We're going to do 10 of these as well. Pretty much it's 10 across the board in terms of our reps. I'm going to give you a 3/4 view here. We want our toes pretty much facing forward, like we're going to go into a nice traditional squat. Our hips are squared up, and we're basically hinging those hips back kind of the way you would with a deadlift. You're really feeling the pull in the hamstrings. You're going as far down as you can and then sliding up. I'm using my hands to kind of guide me so that I'm not rolling my back forward or twisting any weird way. It's a glide. So let's go ahead and do 10 of those. Really feel that pull in the back of the legs. Here's 1, going down and up. 2, 3, 4, my sleeves are sliding. 5, take it nice and controlled. 6, good job. 7, 8, almost there, 2 more. 9, and 10. All right, check those legs out. Now, traditionally, it's getting sweaty in here. I'm going to take this off. Traditionally, that will be done with a barbell or some extra weight. Now, if you have that at home and you want to try that, it makes it more challenging. But you really don't need that. The movement itself is pretty good. So next up, we're going to go into just regular squats. So I'm going to face you this first time through. Again, you want your feet hip width apart just about. Toes are pointing forward. And when you go down, you can put your arms out to kind of help guide you. And then that's it. So let's go ahead and do 10 here. Here's 1, 2, 3, really sit back into it. 4, 5, squeeze the booty. 6, I think that was 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good job. Pretty simple. We know how to squat. We got that. That's a good one to keep our momentum going. All right, now we're going to do some hip bridges for 10. So with this is where we're coming onto the floor. I'll try to angle myself to where you can see me and also what my legs are doing. So the idea here is that you're down on the floor and you're bringing your hips up and squeezing at the top. Again, legs are about squared up, hip width apart. Just bring the booty up, squeeze it, and slowly lower it back down. The challenging part is not letting your booty go all the way down. Try and hover over the ground there when you come down, okay? Let's do 10 of these. Follow along as best you can. Here we go. 1, slow. 2, slow. Activate that core. 2, 3. Woo. 4. Feel a little bit in the hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. All right, we're going to take just a minute break so that you can take this time to get a little water if you need to, stretch anything out that you didn't get to originally. Just take some deep breaths. All right, so I'm watching the clock here. And like I said, if you have any questions as we go, let me know. There's always variations on how to do things. I always try and make it, a step easier or a step more challenging for anybody who might need it. Just because, you've had any past injuries or maybe have some kind of muscle imbalance or are just new to a movement doesn't mean that you can't do it. So I'm going to try and make it easy enough, but also challenging enough for everybody who's doing it. So we got about 15 seconds left before we go right back into the top of our lower body warm up. That's starting with those split squats. So let's go ahead. We got 10 reps on each side. Pick whatever leg you want to put forward first. Nice long stride. And let's begin. 1, 2, don't let those knees cave in. 3, 4, 5, feel that squeeze. 6, squeeze. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Squeeze up top. Switch that stance. Switch those legs. Okay, here we go. Woo! All right, let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Squeeze and release. Good job, y'all. All right. Now, you notice that side is a little wonky for me. I got a bad knee on this side. Again, it's okay to correct in the middle of what you're doing, so don't worry about that. We're all good. All right, we got those side lunges. Let's get ready for it. 10 on each direction. I'm going this way. Let's begin. Step out. Lunge to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4. Really feel that those glutes engage. This should be 6. Ooh, 7, 8. Good job. 9 and 10. All right. Other side now. Now, if you feel like you can go faster, that's okay, but I want you to focus on that stability and feeling those muscles engage. All right. 10 this way. Let's go. Step out and back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Walk those legs out a little bit if you need to. That's what I do to loosen them up when I start to feel tight. Always listen to your body. Take a break when you need it, even outside the breaks that we take. All right. We got those good mornings again. So I'm going to face you at this 3/4 view. Let's get ready. 10 on deck and begin. We're sliding down and up for 1 and 2. Keep that back flat, chest up. 3, 4. We got this. 5. Really squeeze. 6. One more. 7. Oh, almost fell back there. 8, 9, and 10. Now, when you come up and lock those hips forward, feel that squeeze in the glutes, but also scoop the pelvis forward so that your core is engaged as well. Little tip there. All right. Now we're going into our regular squats. I'm going to face this way so you can see my sideways view or my 3/4 view. Feet are hip width apart. Let's do 10 squats. Get ready for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Release that a little bit. Do a little dance if it helps. We're going to go back onto the mat, back onto the floor. We got those hip bridges for 10. All right. Make them count. Let's begin. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, come up, go into a recovery position. We got that timed break again. Let's take a minute. Now, I know I was stressing the importance of making adjustments for yourself, taking a break when you need it, but definitely on the flip side of that, push yourself. If we're doing something that's a little too easy, see how you can make it a little bit more challenging? Does going faster make it more challenging for you? Does slowing down a movement and really focusing on the squeeze make it more challenging for you? These are things to think about. But again, we can make any easy or hard variation that you need, or just stay in the middle. You know, there is no wrong answer. All right, so we got about 15 seconds left. We're going to come down to our last round of these movements. Woo, 10 more seconds now. So let's get in position. Let's come to our feet. We got those split squats again for 10. All right, here I am. Put my foot forward, trying to square up the hips, and let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze, 6, 7, 8, 9, woo, 10. Legs are already screaming, and we're just getting started. All right, other side, nice long stance. Here we go. For 1, 2, 3, squeeze, 4. I'm also telling myself to squeeze so that I can make it challenging. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it out a little bit. All right, side lunges again. Try and, start in a different direction just to make it interesting. All right, I'm gonna start over here. Let's begin. Stepping and going down for 1, 2, really sit back. 3, feel it in those glutes. 4, whew, 5, good job. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Well, one more in that direction anyways, because now we're going the other way. Make some space, and let's go. For 1, 2, 3, dropping those hips back. 4, feeling that squeeze. 5, 6, whew, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and release, kick it out. Those movements are good because they're pretty therapeutic for the joints too, but you're also building that muscle. Awesome job. All right, regular old squats now. I'm facing this way, feet hip width apart, hips are squared. Let's go. 1, 2, engage that booty. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Done with those already. Can you believe it? And now we're done. We're down to our last movement in this first major section. Back to those hip bridges. We're working the core, working the glutes, working everything. We got 10. Let's get ready and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it for a sec and release. Woo! All right, good strong start, y'all. Again, if you need some water, go for it. If something feels tight, take this moment to stretch it out. We're going to take a minute or two for you to recover, but also so I can talk about what we're going to do next. So let me get the clock started so I can keep an eye on the time. I've been timing everything at increments of 30 seconds for our breaks, which is perfect because now we're going to go into some agility jammer related movements. And they are all going to be timed for 30 seconds. So basically it's going to be 30 on, 15 off, 30 on, 15 off, and so forth. So if you're new to kind of some interval or HIIT training, that's basically how it works. But it'll be pretty fun. So we're working in really quick spurts, but it's really going to build up as we go. So overall, this section is going to be about 14 minutes. and then we'll have a little break for some core. Now for this agility jam, sorry, my handwriting is really small, so I'm going to look at my notes really quick. Keep on resting and recovering. We're going to do some Spider-Mans for starters. Spider-Mans, agility hops, and we're going to do a lot of variations of agility hops. Again, I'll walk you through these as we go. We're also going to do squat jumps, and I believe we have, yeah, it's pretty much all agility jumps and making patterns. So this is why it's really jammer related, but pivots and blockers can, benefit from this as well. It's just good to keep us as well-rounded athletes. So high intensity, I want you to go as much from 90 to 100% as you can during this. So again, our first round through will be a little bit slow because I'll be explaining it, and then we'll do 3 total rounds. The subsequent ones will be better. So I'm going to try and time everything. We get a minute break in between rounds. It'll be great. So the Spider-Man movement, for those who have not seen this before or who haven't joined me, it's going to go like this. It's kind of reminiscent of a mountain climber. So you're in a planked position. Actually, let me bring myself back here so you can see more of me. It's kind of a planked position, and you're just stepping forward and alternating the legs. Now, as you do that, I want you to try and go a little bit faster. Keep the core engaged, keep that back flat, and really just step as far forward as you can. So I'll just talk about each one as we go. So let's go ahead and get ready for that. All right, let me get the 30 seconds on the clock. We're doing our quick Spider-Man movement. All right, get in your position. Let's get ready and begin. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. It sounds kind of funny, but hopefully it's making this a little bit more enjoyable. So as we're here, holding ourselves up, your shoulders are doing a bit of work too, because you're really bracing yourself. You're holding yourself up, stepping as far forward as you can, kind of staying light on the feet. Drop the booty if you need to, but also keep that core tight. We got 3, 2, 1, and done. Whew, catch your breath. All right, our next movement, while we're taking a little quick recovery, is going to be 2 feet front to back agility hop for 30 seconds. Now, if you have a towel or a little bottle or something that you can use as your line, use that as a guideline. If not, imagine there being a barrier or something that you can jump over. So this is going to be back to front. I might get the rotation of these mixed up, but bear with me. So ideally, you're on both feet, hands can be wherever, and you're just hopping front to back. Now, if you're in a small space like me, you can make these jumps a little lighter, but overall that's good for kind of like that shock absorption anyways. So light feet, quick feet are together, going front to back, front to back. All right, so let's get ready for it. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Front to back. Go as far forward as you can. I know my head's getting cut off in the screen here, but you can see what the rest of my body's doing. I'm imagining a little line that I'm jumping over. Going quickly. I'm moving fast. Whew. I'm keeping it nice and concise. Good job. I see you moving. That's good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Catch your breath. All right. This next one will be a side-to-side hop. So let's take about 10 more seconds to breathe. Now, obviously, it's what it sounds like. You're imagining that line, but now you're just jumping side to side over it. So again, wherever you can put your hands, that's fine. Focus on those feet. All right, let's do that in 3, 2, 1, kick it. Imaginary line for me, if maybe, again, you have a rolled up towel, bottle of water, maybe your cat wants to take a nap there and you can jump over it, whatever works. See how high you can get too. And if not, that's okay. Focus on keeping those feet together. We got a few more seconds. Woo! Getting those heart rates up. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, breathe. A little 15-second break. All right. Squat jumps are what we have next. It's very similar to the squats that we were already doing, Except now, we're adding a little jump to it. So, important thing to know not to do is when you come up, don't straight leg it, because then that can put a lot of bad impact on your joints. So when you load up into that squat position, I want you to come up and then go back into that load position. Really go with soft knees. So it's a gentle but powerful movement. Woo! All right, you ready for it? We got 30 seconds of those. Get those feet about hip width apart. Your toes can point out a little bit for this one. Go low as you can. Let's begin. Hold on to my phone so I can watch the time, but for you, you can have the arms out in front. If you feel a little bit more secure with your arms at your side, that's okay too. Feel this in the booty, feel this in the quads. Really feel how effective that blast off is. If you're a jumpy jammer, this is good practice. But I'd say it's good for all skaters, all athletes. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 15 seconds to catch your breath at least. And I definitely need it. All right. So now, we're gonna do agility hops side to side on one foot. So we'll do 30 seconds on one foot, 30 seconds on the other. I'm gonna say let's do our right foot first. Exactly what it sounds like. We're gonna revisit that imaginary line, and you're just going side to side like this. Now, it might be a little harder to go high up with this. That's okay. If the movement is small, that's all right. Focus on stability. Okay, we've had enough break time. Let's get to it. 30 seconds and begin. One foot, hopping over that line. This is really good, not only for stability and agility, but that, I can't even talk, but the health and wellness of your joints. For a lot of knee injuries that I've had, I had to do this to rebuild the strength in the muscles surrounding my joints. So this is great for that. It'll keep you strong, keep you healthy. We have 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, you know what that means. 15 seconds to breathe. Then we got the other leg. Ooh-wee. Y'all are hanging in there. I'm glad you're staying with me. This is good. You get to treat yourself once we're done with everything. It'll be great. We're just about halfway through, more than halfway through our whole workout for the day. So just hang in there. All right, let's get ready. 30 seconds on the other leg, one-legged, and begin. Now, if one side is a little wobblier than the other, that's okay. As humans, we're not super symmetrical, right? So you're gonna have maybe a less strong side. That's all right. If that means that you have to go a little bit more slow or can't move as far laterally, or when we're doing regular front to back hops, can't move as far front to back, that's okay. Focus on that stability. Focus on what you can do. We got 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. 15 seconds to breathe. Now, after doing those side-to-side hops, we'll get water if you need to. At any point during this high-intensity stuff, hydrate, please. But next, we're going to do our lunge jumps. So you know how I said earlier, we're doing those split squats, but they're kind of like isolated lunge jumps or isolated split squats. I know people call them different things. We're going to do the real deal this time. You're timing it for 30 seconds. You're alternating your legs, and basically, you're switching that stance. Now, see what I did there? My knee came forward. Try not to let that happen. You want your stance to be nice and wide. You want 90-degree angles in the knees. Don't go too far forward. Don't let those knees cave in. So alternating the sides. Let's just go for it. Let's get ready and begin. Nice, long strides. If you can go fast and controlled, that's great. But if you need to focus on going slow, especially if your legs are tired, going slow and focusing on your stability, then that's fine. See, I know I need to do that because of my bad knee. I'll slow it down. But we want to get a nice long stride there. And done. Whew. All right. So that's our first time through. Let's take a 1-minute break now. Get water. Let those legs relax. You can sit down if you need to. Whew. And again, if you're in a small space at home like I am, maybe it's a little sweaty, Fan yourself off. Woo-wee. All right. Halfway through with our break, just about. Take about 30 more seconds. While we're taking that 30-second break, or that remainder of our break, I'm going to remind you, we're going to start back at the top with the Spider-Man movement. So as we're doing that, head is in line with the back. You want a nice flat back like you're a board. You're engaging your core. So that means that when you're here, you're not letting it sink down. You're just keeping it up. All right. Take another deep breath. Get ready for it. Sorry, the music stopped. All right. Let's begin. Spider-Man. Here we go. So I'm tucking my pelvis forward to engage my core. I'm trying to keep my back flat like a board. I'm stepping as far forward as I can. Quick feet. Quick feet is what it's all about today. A lot of leg work. For those of us that haven't skated in a long time, this will get your endurance back for when you do return to it. So this is very helpful. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, 15 seconds to breathe. I've been saying 15 minutes this whole time. Hopefully you knew I meant 15 seconds. All right, we got that front to back agility hop. Let's take 5 more seconds. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Feet together, little hops, front to back. Let me show you my side view here. My torso is up. I'm not letting my shoulders round forward. I'm keeping it nice and tucked. Feet are together. Try to not knock the stuff off my shelf. Just imagine that little line you're jumping over. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Catch your breath for 15 seconds. All right, because you know what we have coming up next. We got that side to side hop now. All right. Let's begin that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet are together. Remember to breathe as you move. For me, I have to remind myself that since I'm talking to you all. But for you, keep that oxygen flowing. Keep that form good. Focus on that good posture. All right. Let's take about 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. All right. 15 seconds. Catch your breath again. All righty. Woo. Squat jumps are coming up next. So let's get in position for our squat jumps. Feet hip width apart, toes gonna be slightly out. And let's begin. Down, pop up. Popping up like a frog. Absorb that shock with a light landing. Try not to just dig your heels right into the ground when you come back down. Nice and light. Breathe as you move. I'm watching the clock here. 10 seconds. Chest is up, back is flat. Looking forward, try not to look down at the ground. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh, the legs are crying. They are screaming. Take 15 seconds because we're gonna go back to our agility side to sides, this time on one foot. All right, let's start on our right foot only, side to side, begin. 30 seconds. I'm trying to use little slats of wood in my floor as a guideline. And as you can see, they're very small. The line is very tiny. So I'm just trying to focus on jumping on that thin line, or over that thin line. As you get better with this, the more comfortable with it, you can maybe go a little higher or further than just this, and that's okay. We're always improving. Done. All right, 15-second break. Shake that leg out. Again, if you have muscle imbalance, or one side is weaker than the other, like my side here is, really give it that time to rest. Let's get ready for that other side. I'm gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Little side to side hop. That's my stronger side, but the reason why I wanna try and train both sides the same is because then that creates less of an imbalance. You're getting on those muscles on the same page. Woo-wee. 15 more seconds. Doing a lot today. Hopefully you all have a nice relaxing day after we finish this. We got 3, 2, 1, and done. Alrighty. Oh goodness, we got those lunge jumps next. I almost forgot. We can't forget those. All right. Take 10 more seconds. You can go ahead and get in that position if you want to. And let's begin. Here. I'm going to go a little bit slower this time so I can focus on how my knees are bending and if they're coming in. Whew. Again, if you have good posture and you can go faster, go faster. If you need to focus on feeling the muscles engage, focus on that and go slow. We got 3, 2, 1, and done. 1 minute break, y'all. If you need to go to the bathroom, refill on water, grab a towel, go ahead and do that. We got the time for it. And most importantly, breathe. And I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I'm not reminding just you, reminding me, because when you're in the moment, sometimes you forget. All right, everyone's doing good. Halfway through that break, we got 30 more seconds. That means that we have one more round of all these high intensity jammer movements. Whew. And then we'll take a little break, go lower intensity with some core. I'll go ahead and tell you right now that core is going to be bicycle crunches. Whether you love them or hate them, they're good for you. So, all right, we're going to go back to our Spider-Man position on the floor. So we got 30 seconds coming to that plank. Get ready, and let's begin. Stepping. Bring that leg as far forward as you can. Really squeeze the glutes. Tuck in the pelvis. Tuck in that core. If you're not sure where you should be feeling the core engage, it's in your lower abdominals. And that's what you're going to feel as you tuck that pelvis forward, so it all connects. You'll realize it once you do it. We got 3 seconds. And done. All right, 15-second break. Agility hops, front and back, or back to front, however you look at it. Ooh, let's get to our feet. We got 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's kick it. 30 seconds. Front to back to front. Feet are together. As high as you can go, as lightly as you can land. Feet are together. Hips are square. Try not to let your knees bow out or in. Keep them together. No matter how small the movement is. Focus on that posture. We got 10 seconds left. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Try not to run anything like I did. Okay, 15-second break. We got our side-to-side agility hops now. A few more seconds till we get into that, but get ready. Woo. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, side to side, feet are together, jumping over that line, jumping over that barrier. Kind of like jump rope a little bit. Think about, you don't want to get snapped by that jump rope. You gotta stay coordinated. Whew. Keep that rhythm. Imagining a rhythm helps. 10 seconds left. That's it. Our last round. So that means this is your last time with this specific movement. And done. 15-second break. Again. Ooh, these are good. This is a good cardio day. It's a good agility day. Hopefully you're feeling it. All right. We got our squat jumps next. Get in position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Load up, pop up. We start with soft knees. We land with soft knees. You know, when I say soft, I don't mean that you're letting yourself go limp. It means that you're allowing yourself to absorb that movement through your joints. You're also going to feel it in the in the glutes here. Means that you're controlling your muscles every time you load up and squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and done. 15-second break again. Walk it out a little bit if you need to. All right, we're almost there. Whew. We got 1 foot agility hops. I'm going to start with my left leg this time. Start whatever side you want to. Let's get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick it. Now, even though I'm looking down at what my guide is, I eventually want you to not have to look at what you're jumping over. Eyeball it as you need to, yes. But eventually get to that rhythm. Trust your body. Whew. We got 10 seconds. You're doing great. Don't give up. We're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! There's the alarm. All right. 15 seconds before we go into our last 2 movements in this major section. Oh boy. So far so good, I hope. All right. That means that we're going to switch to the other side now. My right leg, whatever one you didn't do the last time. Let's get ready for it. One-legged side-to-side hop in 3, 2, 1. Start. Here we go. Try and land as soft as you can. Now see, I'm going to turn around a little bit here so you can see my unengaged leg, the one that's just hanging out. I don't have to have it way high up. This is just giving you a little bit of room so that only your one leg is doing the work. Kind of like when we do a 1 foot glide and derby. You don't have to have it all the way up, just a little bit. And done. All right, 15 seconds. Oh goodness, lunge jumps coming at ya. Kick those legs out one last time. All right, we're gonna get to it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, make these your best. For me, my best is concentrating on not letting that knee come too far forward and not letting my knees cave in. If your best is going for speed, please do. Make it intense. Make this one your best one. Because we're almost done. We've got less than 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and that's time. All right. We got a longer break now. Good work on that. Oh, I'm sweating. Hopefully you are. That means that you are putting in the work. That's what we want. All right. So we're going to take a couple minutes here. We'll be done before you know it. Like I said, we're going to do a little core break here, a little core interlude. It's going to be for 1 minute. I'm going to time it for you. And before we go into it, I'm going to show you the kind of bicycle crunch form that we want to go for, because people do them differently. And if you absolutely need to defer to a different version because of muscle imbalances or something, that's fine. But here's what I want you to think about. Let me grab my blanket because the floor is a bit cold. All right, so I'm on my back, right? My knees are bent like I'm going to go into a normal crunch. I want to make that lower back flat into the ground. My hands are behind my head for support if you need it. And when you cross into that bicycle crunch, we're not doing this. We're doing this, right? Imagine that your pedals are really far apart, and that's how you're cycling them. So you're going to reach your elbow towards your knee, not your knee towards your elbow. I want you to really feel that squeeze here in the lower core, in the lower abs. And to make it more challenging, let that other unengaged leg go far out and low. Now, if you need to do it up here, that's fine, but this is going to be more challenging. So if you can do this, push yourself to do that version. I want you to really take it slow and feel every rep. Woo! All right, so you ready to do that for 1 minute? You don't have to worry about counting. I'm going to time it for you. Let's get in that position on the floor, and let's begin. I'm reaching across, cross, cross. If I say that in my head, that kind of helps me gauge that rhythm, that nice 1-2 kind of count, that 1-2 pace. That's going to really make the muscles burn a lot more. You're really reaching across. We're working the lower abs, but also the obliques. That core strength is going to help you when you're working on agility as well, because then you'll have better postural control, better muscular control. So hang in there. We're halfway through with these. We're only doing these one time through. Don't worry about it. Just stay strong. About 15 seconds. Just hang in there. Really feel that twist. Twist. It's so good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. You can lay back and relax as recovery. You can roll up like I do. Whatever works for you. Catch your breath, because even when we're doing a in-place movement, it's on the floor, it's lower impact, sometimes it still needs a little breathing required. So we're going to go down to our last portion. Now, we did a lot of leg work, but I want to balance it out with some upper body stuff today. So we're going to try and fit in 1 to 2, maybe 3 rounds, depending on how comfortable we are with this, 3 rounds of our upper body section. It's from a little workout through Roller Derby Athletics called These 11 Arms. I did some adjustments to it so that you don't need any equipment for this. It's going to be good. All right, so this is going to include some high knees, and it's going to have a 1-minute rest in between our sets. So it's going to be high knees, push-ups, eyes wide and T's, high knees again, tricep push-up, and plank elbows to hand. Don't worry, I will let you know what all of those are as we go. So this first set that we do, I'm going to demonstrate it, and then we're going to go into it. So I'm not going to leave you hanging. And then as we go, if we have more time for more sets, then it'll be more fluid. All right. So we're starting with high knees. This is a timed one now. So I got the timer ready. Now our high knees form, there we go, you can see all of me now. The form is that I want you to keep your pelvis scooped forward. So don't let that booty kind of hang back. Don't let that back round out. Pelvis is tucked forward. Your core is engaged. And all you're doing is just keeping that engaged while you're bringing your knees as high up as you can. So my knee is a little wonky, so again, I maybe can't bring it up that high. But if you can, push yourself to do that. We're going as fast as we can. That's all it is. You can have your arms out here, you have them out your side, wherever. But really just bring those knees up as high as you can. Squeeze that core. So let's get ready. We've got 60 seconds of that. 1 minute. Get ready and begin. And again, as I land, I'm landing on my toes. Again, we want a good shock absorption because we're moving lightly on our feet the way that we do when we skate, right? So think about that. Maybe you're tiptoeing along the line. You're trying to get around another block. Maybe you're the pivot. You're trying to sneak that star away. Think about nice, quick feet, but also light feet. Halfway there. Now we're doing 2 high knees within our 1 round, so keep that in mind. Halfway through this section of high knees, a few more seconds. Keep it strong. I'm watching the clock for you, don't worry. 10 more seconds. Go a little faster if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, good job. That in itself, if you ever need a warm-up for something or a quick cardio, high knees are good for that. All right. Next, we're doing push-ups. This is where the upper body's coming into play, right? Okay. So I will say, a lot of us are more comfortable doing them on our knees, and that's fine. I'm going to do probably both versions, or I'll show you both versions to start with. So with a good push-up, a regular style push-up, your hands are slightly outside of your shoulder width. Your elbows will kind of bend a bit at a 45-degree angle from your torso, if that makes sense. So they're slightly coming out. And you're always leading with your chest, right? So let's say I'm going to do it on my knees, right? You can see my whole body there. My back is flat. I'm not letting my back round out or my shoulders come forward. I'm moving flat like a board, and I'm leading with my chest, not with my hips, but with my chest. So try and keep that in mind. So let's do this first set of 10 on our knees together, or if you're ready to go for your toes, that's fine. All right, get ready for it. Let's begin. We got 1, 2, focus on that chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. We kept a good pace, and we got it done. Awesome job. Shake those arms out. Now the next one, we're also going to be in somewhat of a plank position or a prone position on our mat with eyes wide and T's. Now this was a new one for me more recently too. So I'm going to try and position myself to where you can see what my upper body is doing. I'm kind of flat on the ground here. Let's see if I move further back. I'm flat on the ground here, and I'm going to start with my arms up. Now, if you can keep your legs up and off the ground, that's great. If not, they can stay on the ground. But I'm focusing on my upper body. So my thumbs are up, right? My head is in line with my back. So I'm pulsing for 5, going up, going to a Y position, 5 like this, going to a T position. Now this time, my grip is like this so that I'm coming up like this, kind of like I'm flapping like a bird. And then coming back, thumbs are pointing down this time, 5 pulses there. So we're going to do that 5 times. So 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. Just stick with me. I know it's a little confusing. You'll get a hang of it. So let's start here and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out to the Y position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out to the T position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the I position again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that was number 1. Let's go again. 5 there. Let's go to Y. T and I. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we only have 2 more of those to go. Let me try and angle myself differently so you can see more of my other arm. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, last time. Here we go. I position. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. Whew. So it doesn't look like much. We're not moving very far, but you should really feel that burn on the triceps and a little bit of the biceps and definitely the shoulders. All right, so it looks like we're only going to be able to do 1 round of each of these movements, but that's okay because it's going to be plenty. So after we do our eyes, Ys, and T's, we're going to go back to our high knees. So let's come to our feet. A quick minute again of our high knees for one last time. All right, take a deep breath in, and let's begin. Whether you want that jogger stance, hands on the hips, try to touch your palms wherever you want those hands to be. That pelvis is tucked in, the core is engaged. Just remember that. Feel a little bit of squeeze on the glutes too. Keep it all in mind. Everything is nice and tight and tucked in. Soft landing on the feet. I know this is high intensity. We did a lot of high intensity already, but we are almost there. We're going to be stretching out before you know it. We have 20 seconds left. I feel that hair coming undone. That's how you know how hard we're working. Just keep breathing as you move. 10 seconds now. Don't give up. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. Catch your breath. All right. So we're going to come back to our push-up position again for our second to last movement. Again, we're stationary, so this is going to be like a break in comparison to what we just did. So with the tricep push-up, we're going to do 10 of those also. A little bit different from the regular push-up is that we're just keeping our arms in closer. So you want those hands directly underneath the shoulders. Whereas a regular push-up was like this, tricep push-up is like this now. And I'm still leading with my chest. So since my legs are tired, I'm going to go beyond my knees. Again, don't let your booty come up like this. Back is flat. You're moving in one line here. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and do 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there. 7, 8, woo, 9, and 10, and done. All right. Shake those arms out. Catch your breath. We got to wrap it up, and we're almost there. Our very last movement for the day is going to be a plank elbows to hands. Now, you might have done this before. You might have seen this before, but it was called something different. I'll show you what it looks like. So we're going to start off in that plank position. Now, again, plank, the booty, the glutes are tight so that your back is flat like a board, and you're starting on your elbows. Let me back up a little bit so you can see. My elbows are right under my shoulders. I'm nice and squared up. From here, you just come up, and that's 1 rep. Up and down is 1 rep. Let's do 8 of those. Try and switch up the sides that you do, okay? So if you lead with your right on the one side and come down with the left, start with the left and then come down on the right, okay? Only 8. I'll count it out for you. Just stay with me. Let's get ready and begin. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost there, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. Already done. Good job. So like I promised, that was our last movement of the day. We fit in 1 set of that, but that's perfect. So really quick, with a minute or 2 that we have left, let's stretch it out. Now you can do some more stretching on your own after this, but let's hit the major points. So since we did a lot of leg work, we're going to do a very simple and classic reach for the toes. So sitting down, feel this pull on your hamstrings. I want you to reach as far forward as you can. I know you can't see all of me, but if you can reach for your toes, reach for them. Ankles, shins, wherever far you can grab. Let that head relax, and we're going to hold it for 15 seconds here, okay? All right, roll that up slowly. Now, bring 1 leg across, kind of creating a little figure 4 here, and you're going to kind of hook that elbow to the knee, or as best as you can. If you can do this only, that's fine. I want you to twist that torso, loosen up your back, but also kind of pull right here on the hamstring. You're getting a pull from the glutes all the way down that leg, all the way down the side. So let's hold it here for about 15 seconds. Twist as much as you can. Oh, there we go. I feel that pull now. All right. Release that slowly. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Hook that elbow, twist as far as you can. Hold it here for 15 seconds. Whew, and relax. All right, release that. So, like I said, anything else feels tight, take that time, stretch it out, and drink plenty of water. I know people tell you that. We always tell ourselves that, but that will help you feel less tight afterwards. So, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you all being here, and I will see. I'll see you all the next time. Again, if you have any feedback or questions for me, just let me know. But this has been awesome. So I'll see you. Thank you. No problem. Have a good day, everyone. You're welcome. Bye, y'all.
Oh, I don't have my video on.